Hey, what's up guys? It's another video by Metric Power Sports, and in this video I'm going to be doing a quick product review and installation of the driven alumitech grips. These are the D3s, and basically I haven't taken them out of the package yet, and the guy at the shop, he told me these are good grips, and I looked up reviews, and I heard that they are pretty good grips, so that's why I picked them up. You can get them in a different variety of colors. Just the aluminum part when you actually buy them. Those are the colors you can get. And then in addition, you can also pick from the different inserts that go in them. But these are just plain. I didn't buy separate inserts. I might get white to match the bike better, but as of now, this is what I have. So right out of the package, you have the grips, and the way you hold them is like this. And the reason why they're aluminum on the outside is because where your thumb would go, or you would wrap your hand, you grab the tightest around here. So generally, it doesn't happen for me because I grab the tightest on the center or towards the outside. But most people, they end up wearing out the inside. And the reason why I got these is because when I'm shifting or something like that, I usually like to let the throttle slip in between my fingers. So rubber with rubber, if you have the gloves on, you can't do that. But with the aluminum, it'll have a little bit of play, so you can actually get the slip when you're grabbing it. At least that's what I'm using them for. They look great. They're very light. They look rather simple to install, but grips usually aren't that easy. But that's why I'm making this video. The inserts in the center are removable. I'm not going to take them out, but you can remove them. And yeah, that's basically it. I haven't used them yet, obviously, but maybe I'll make a separate review on that. So let's get started with the installation. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is pick a side that you want to work on. You have the throttle side and then the clutch side. Now, obviously, on the clutch side, it's just sitting there. You don't have any play. Where on the throttle side, you have throttle. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you will notice that each grip has two different ends, one being bigger than the other. And the reason being is because on the throttle side, you have a sleeve that goes over the bar, which is connected to a cable, the throttle cable, that lets us rotate. Obviously, when you're turning this, you're not turning the whole entire bar, because that just wouldn't make any sense. There's a sleeve that actually goes over it. I will show you guys that once I remove this one, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. And then on the clutch side, it's just a bar that the grip goes right over. So again, the throttle side, you want to pick the bigger end. It's pretty idiot proof because if you have it on the wrong one, this obviously isn't going to fit over the other side, or it will, but it's going to be too loose. And this is obviously not going to fit through this because it's going to be too tight. So let's move on to the next step. So once you have picked the side that you want to work on, you have to remove your bar ends. And that's pretty simple. It's probably the easiest step. What you do is you go to your end and you find out what kind of tool it is that you need to use to get it off. For instance, this is a bolt, and I'm going to be using a hex wrench to get it off, a 5mm. Most of the time they are going to be metric because typically you're not going to see these type of grips on Harleys or anything like that. So typically there would be metric. So first thing you do is take it off. Simply unscrew it. And it pops right off. Simple as that. And here's where it starts to get fun. Taking out the stock grip or the aftermarket one that's a week old. And what you usually want to do is if you have an air compressor sitting around, which a lot of people don't, including me, you want to stick the air hose right down here, blow on it, and this should pop right out. Usually I do this at work. I work on my bike at work because it's a shop, so the tools are there. But right now I'm at home, so you have to cut them off. So here we go. Show you guys how to do that. It's really easy, but I really don't like cutting these aftermarket ones. Once they're cut, they're good to go. And those are gonna go in the garbage can now. $20 grips. All right, and then here's the sleeve I was talking about on the throttle end. As you can see, it's a white piece of plastic that just goes over, and that's actually the part that's turning. And somewhere in here, you have the throttle cable, which this is connected to. So that's why this side's wider than the other end. Now this next step can be quite a bit tricky. Notice I'm on the other side. It's because the other side just was a mess. It's hard, especially the throttle side. But anyway, it's basically the same thing on this side. Just this side you can kind of move it both ways, but I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. What you want to use is brake clean. And what you want to do is you want to soak the inside of the grip and really quick insert it in, simply because it'll really dry up quick, and you don't want that to happen to you because it'll eat the inside of the rubber up and chew it up and break it down if you just keep sitting there spinning it as it's drying out. So let's do this then. Hate doing this, but you guys get it. Then basically after that, you just play around with it for a little bit until you have it aligned the way you want it to. And then what you want to do next is just take your bar ends and simply just insert them back. It's pretty simple. So I mean, I was walking around the bike and, you know, it looks actually really sweet, the grips on. I would definitely recommend getting them. I'll walk around it real quick, show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, but they look pretty sweet. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. And more installations and how-tos, reviews, stuff like that coming in the future. So please subscribe. Check out my other videos if you want. And thanks for watching. See ya.